Welcome to Learn It, a series of digital scrapbooking tutorials by Studio Wendy at Scrapbook Graphics.
Today we're going to look at the brush batching actions, and I apologize for my voice today, but I didn't want this video to keep this action from getting out to you, so I'm going ahead and recording it even though I don't sound very good. We'll make it quick. The point of this action is to open up an entire folder of images and batch them into brush files in Photoshop. This will only work in Photoshop because Photoshop is required to batch process files. While you could run the action in Elements, you won't be able to batch them in Elements. So what you want to do is make a copy of your images into another folder just to make sure that nothing gets saved over accidentally. In addition, you want to go ahead and remove any files from that folder that you don't want turned into brushes. So in this case, I'm going to delete the preview picture here. It's okay if your images are in folders because we will tell Photoshop to go ahead and look in the subfolders. So once we've done that, we're ready to move over to Photoshop. Here in Photoshop, I've already installed the action, and it shows up here in the Actions panel. You'll see if you expand the action by pressing the arrow key to the left of the name that it has a bunch of steps here. The first step is a stop step. This is a message step where I give the instructions. Currently, it's turned off. You see it's unchecked. If you ever want to remind yourself of the steps, you can turn it on. But for the best batching and quickness, you want to leave it off. That way you don't have to press continue for every single brush. Now we're going to go ahead and start the action by going into the automation area. That's located under File, Automate, Batch. Over here on the left is the play area. You want to select your action set, that's the folder, and then the specific action within that set. So in this case, it's Brush It Batch. Then down in the source area, we want to select the folder of images that we want to run the action on. So click Choose, and select the folder you want to use. Click Choose. We want to go ahead and check Include All Subfolders. And then for this particular action, we want to set the destination to None. And the reason for that is because you'll see in the action itself, the last step is Close. The action will close the file for us, so we don't need to do anything special here. If it were a different type of action, we could choose Save and Close or a folder to save a copy into. So once we've set all that, we go ahead and click OK. And Photoshop is going to begin creating the brushes. We're prompted to name each brush. In this case, I'm saving an alphabet, so I'm going to go ahead and name these files after the kit. And this kit is Studio Stories, AALT, _, and these are the lowercase letters, so I'm going to type lowercase. And then I'm going to copy this. I'm using Command A, Command C to select and copy that. And now I'm going to press the arrow key to the right and enter in the letter A. So now I have a lowercase a, and I'm going to press OK. Now the reason I did that is because now that I have that on my clipboard, I can simply press Command or Control V to paste and then hit the letter for lowercase b. So I'm going to go through and just keep hitting paste, the letter, and enter. Now we're switching to numbers, so I'll go ahead and hit paste, remove the lowercase, copy the new one, and then start numbering the number files. And now we've hit the uppercase letters, so I will type in uppercase, copy, and then I like to press my cap lock button and enter in my uppercase letters with an uppercase. And now the action is complete. You can go into Edit, Presets, Preset Manager, and scroll to the bottom of your list to find all of your newly saved brushes. You can also rename these if you made any mistakes along the way. For example, this was an accent mark, and I called it a slash, so I can double-click and edit that name. Once I'm happy with all the brushes, I can save them out as an ABR file by clicking on the first brush, holding the Shift key, clicking on the last brush, and clicking Save Set. I want to go ahead and give this a name and click Save. Then I can click Done, and real quick, we'll just create a new 12 by 12 canvas. I'm going to fill that with white, start a new layer, grab my brush tool that's B on the keyboard, and you can see here's all my letters, and I can now stamp them on my page. And there we go. That's how the batch brush action works. I hope it's been helpful, and thank you for putting up with my terrible voice today. I'll see you next time.